to be blatantly honest, I think he's a complete arsehole. The fact that it's okay for his mates to contact me and try and catfish me and send me messages trying to be my friend and get information out of me. It's okay for his friends, Andy Howarth, to leave nasty comments on my Facebook and my YouTube channels. It's okay for him to come on fake accounts on YouTube and post comments on my videos telling the world that he's going to sue me for speaking up about what these men have been doing. So the only people that are spreading hate and causing trouble online is this little mob.
Some of their tactics is to muddy someone so no one believes you.
It seems over the last couple of years people are following my story and they're starting to see it for what it is. So Clark and Mason don't have many flying monkeys left. Mason has now taken it on himself to post about me and try and turn people against me. Now, I'm not going to go into all of these messages. You can freeze the video and read them, but the lies are just ridiculous. He's telling people that I'm blacklisted from the mainstream offices within the independent film industry, and that I'm blacklisted and blackboarded and nobody wants to work with me. I'm vile, apparently. Mason was actually speaking to me last Christmas. He had a little bit of beef with me to start with, but then we kind of ended the conversation and went our own separate ways with no problems. He even stated in his messages that he had no issues with me, and he didn't have any hate towards me. The next day, he was talking to Stacey and Charlene, telling them that I was trolling him. So this guy has seriously got some issues, and I've never fallen out with him personally, but he's very close to Clark Tribe, who I did fall out with in 2017. So this basically just proves my point all down. I wanted to share this video because, a lot of people are saying, just ignore them, just ignore them. But here they are in group pages talking to people I have never spoken to, I've never met, and they are literally trying to turn people against me and trying to sabotage me online. Now, they keep stating about my film career. Filmmaking is a hobby for me. I don't have a career in filmmaking, so I don't know what his end game is. And half the people he's talking to in these messages aren't even in the independent film industry. So it seems to me that Mason is projecting and very bitter and angry. But the fact he's 10 years older than me and bitching like a 14-year-old schoolgirl online to other women about how nasty and how I've destroyed his life, well, says it all really. I'm not the one doing videos slagging him off. I'm basically sharing what this man did to me and what his mates have been doing to me and how everybody else has jumped on the bandwagon, enabling the abuse. So you can go over my YouTube. There's many videos in there breaking down each point of every bit of trolling that I've had from these people. But my main point in this video is, guys, the independent film industry does have cliques, and it's just like the school playground. Someone's getting targeted and a lot of people join in. I think we're all a little bit old in the tooth for that kind of behaviour. So hence why I've been sharing everything these guys have done to me, because I don't want to be bullied and silenced. Now, I don't think half the flying monkeys knew how deep this was, and I think some of them genuinely did believe these guys and what they've said. But the proof's in the pudding at the end of the day. And I've taken the time out to put this all together to basically damage control. That's it. These guys are going around trying to spread some false narrative about me, and I haven't even seen them in 8 years. Now he's here in this hate campaign group chat telling people that I've basically been threatening to run him over. He has to look over his shoulder. I've been ringing him, threatening him. I just don't understand. One, I don't know where he lives. Two, I don't have his phone number. I don't even have the same phone as I had 7 years ago. So why he would go out and say this sort of stuff? The fact is, when you're being trolled, you don't know who the troll is. That's the problem I've had on social media. My IMDb has been attacked like crazy. You can go over and have a look at the vile personal messages that have been left on my films. But yeah, he's just literally going all out to try and get the crowd to hate me as much as he can. And this just proves my point. Like, there's no way I've been ringing him. And even if I wanted to run him over, I don't know where he lives. He's a complete arsehole. And to be blatantly honest, I think he's a complete arsehole. The fact that it's okay for his mates to contact me and try and catfish me and send me messages trying to be my friend and get information out of me. It's okay for his friends, Andy Howarth, to leave nasty comments on my Facebook and my YouTube channels. It's okay for him to come on fake accounts on YouTube and post comments on my videos telling the world that he's going to sue me for speaking up about what these men have been doing. So the only people that are spreading hate and causing trouble online is this little mob. The people that hang around the UK BK boxing, the Firm Fella, and the UK gangster tour buses. There might be other platforms, but they're the only three I know of. And these men are using the people in these platforms to target their supply, their victims, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, Mason really doesn't have a leg to stand on now. I'm sorry if he is feeling like his life is being destroyed by trolls, but do you know what? Welcome to the club, mate. It's just something that happens online, and I most certainly don't have the time to talk to men I haven't seen in 8 years. I've got a house to run, a full-time job, and two kids that I'm bringing up. So yeah, he needs to either get a private investigator in to look at who his problems are with. But I've given him some names, and I think Chris Smith is right at the foot of it. He might have, I don't know Mason, so he might have issues with his own people. Like say trolls, it could be a number one of people. What I do with trolls now is I block, delete, and ignore. And they might come back on another fake account in a few days, but you just block them again. Unfortunately, none of these men have actually come forward and said that I'm lying or chatting shit, and all the evidence proves them to be what they are. They're the ones that have been sending people my way, and they're the ones that have been writing on my pages. I think they call this projection, narcissistic abuse. Odd experiencing this kind of behaviour from somebody you don't really know. But yeah, all the traits are there, and you can look at the previous messages Mason sent me last year, and it oozes narcissism. The way he's speaking to somebody that's 10 years younger than him, and you know, he likes to think that he's got so much more about him than I'll ever have. And you know, I can't really remember all of it, but it was just so narcissistic. It was funny, actually, when you know what the abuse cycle is from these kind of people, and you can see what they're up to. And hence why I'm sharing it with you guys. Don't be a part of the bully mob. It's not a good look. It's been an absolute nightmare, but I think we're coming to the end of it now. And thanks so much to everybody that hasn't listened to this bullshit and supported me all the way. Take care.